Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action with McDonald. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
To throw on second down. McDonald under pressure again, and down he goes again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack.
carrier. He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run here with Mack. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Watson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Joseph. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
48-yard line.
Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Taken down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football.
First down.
And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Down Texans.
Now first down throw, Watson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second and a yard at the 12.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson out to his left. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Watson going to try and run it. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Watson's pass incomplete in the end zone. It's 3rd down and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the try to...
They've got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's McDonald. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. This defense is really flowing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, he completes this one to Mack. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the ground, it's Mack. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? It's a gain of 34. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Good.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, Watson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Watson's
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that. You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack,
You're really almost discrediting their work.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
46.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 5.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
And 4.
52, 52. Hey, here I come.
McDonald sets to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Josh Lambo.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Houston.
The ball carrier.
Marlon Mack, 81 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Up for the extra point.
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Jaguars 21. Texans 20.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Fournette. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
This is Fournette. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's McDonald to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
The 12-yard line.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Taken in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Wide open receiver complete. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
15. First down, Texans.
Watson now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson got his man complete over the middle. It's Joseph. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Watson off play action. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. So that one will be accepted. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll start by handing this off to Mack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Watson's pass.
It's a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Joseph. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
To the air yet again. Watson got his man complete over the middle. That's Joseph.
Watson's pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to throw, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
To number 87.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. A first down run there by Fournette as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brought him down.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver.
McDonald's pass.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. On first down, Watson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Joseph. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The tackle by Quincy Williams. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jarrell Casey bursting in to take him down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's incomplete. Near nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Will.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Texans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third down and 12. From the gun, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's Watson. They'll run the screen with Mack. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD? That's
a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Tackle made right at midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 50, it's Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Watson's pass.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete.
Watson's pass.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. He's back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one is right through. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death.
Josh Lambo to kick off for.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up, lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive. Not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise, the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive. On second down now, it's Mack, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
33-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. First throw in OT for Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now a carry for Mack. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And, Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4-down territory begin, possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, don't think about going for it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Give them 32 on the play.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal is from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Texans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.